my audience would like to understand exactly what's been happening in Benue. Many have whittled it down to communal clash. Some have even said it's a farmer herders conflict. But there are many who are saying that this is a calculated attempt to land grab.
So I like to deal with it in that sense. Benue have suffered.
I'm sorry, we lost your audio there. We're not able to hear you anymore.
What's going on? Because I'm still speaking.
Your audio is back now.
Oh my God. Okay, so I don't even know where I stopped.
Yeah, you were trying to tell us about Benue and yeah.
And the criminality of all that's been happening. I was just trying to describe the fact that whatever you do, if you take someone's life, it's unlawful. So it should be dealt with as such. And every other criminal activity should be dealt with as such. And by this I mean that when the narrative goes out that is either communal clashes or land grabbing, the activity is criminal and it should be handled as such. Let me say that Benue have suffered this fate for as long as I can remember, for more than 15 years now. And it's been the same story over and again, which is very pathetic. Since I became DG Benue Peace Commission, DG Commission for Benue State Commission for Peace and Reconciliation, I have worked in trying to investigate the root cause of this conflict, this particular crisis that takes so much lives. I'm still working on it. I cannot claim that I have worked and I understand it, but I do know that both ways there are agitations, but someone is more powerful than the other, so they do as they please. And so on this fateful Friday night to Saturday morning, as usual, the Daudu community was about to go to bed, or some had even gone to bed, like we already have heard. And then, as usual, those who came in to kill them came even in the rain. And because it was calculated, this is why I agree with His Royal Majesty that it's calculated, because you don't bring fuel to come and burn somebody's house. There were no cattle with them. So we can't even say cattle rearers. You don't settle afternoon scores in the night if you are not a criminal. So even if they had grazed somewhere or someone had roasted their cattle, there is a law in Nigeria, and particularly for Benue State, there is a law that prohibits for open grazing. And once that law is not respected, you need to seek redress. And this did not happen, but they took the laws, whatever it was, because I don't see any provocation at this point, because there was no report of any provocation for this to happen. So the lives were claimed, as many lives as people have said the numbers. I am not able to say the numbers. And the reason I'm not able to say the numbers, like you have seen even on social media, there are people who were burnt beyond recognition.
Oh my God.
And it would be unfair not to number them. So the government have set up investigation to check, even with DNL, to find those who were actually murdered during this process. Only then would I be able to say this is the number.
I want to quickly push you on the issue of open grazing in your state. You have said here that there is a law on open grazing in Benue, but then people are still being killed because either they had stopped open grazing or they complained about it. What has the government in your state put in place as some sort of redress if someone were to say, oh, somebody was openly grazing and they grazed, or they went into my farm, destroyed my crops, etc., etc.? Is there really any form of redress in Benue State? Because I'm guessing that if it's a law and it's being criminalized, then people will obviously know not to break it. Is there such a thing?
Yeah, we have a law. The state government has a law. And actually, the law is the law of the people, not of the governor at all. I like to put this straight. And what we see is the total refusal of ensuring that this law is implemented. Because if you have a law and the state knows there is a law, it is not you who have gone to it's not the legislators who will come and implement the law. We have organs in Nigeria who are responsible for the implementation of any law. Mm-hmm. So they know that there is a law.
If it were you in the shoes of the people who were murdered or their family members were murdered, how would you have taken Mr. President's directive of going to reconcile with your neighbors?
Thankfully, you have said it the way he said it. He didn't jokingly. He said, we must share the land. We must, making reference to the anthem, live together. It's a must. It was an instruction for the Benue people to share their land. It was an instruction for us to go back and work with our neighbors, ensure that we dialogue and live together. Now, I want to ask, is it the people that were killed that want to arise and identify who their neighbors are? Who exactly is meant to go do this reconciliation, and with who? Well, I don't know. The president is the president, so I know he has better information than I can imagine. So I think that he knows how much land is in Benue, and he knows it's enough for us and anyone else who wants to come and share this land. So how I feel does not matter, because I don't think that's something Nigerian thinks about. How I think really does not matter.
Wow. Again, I'm trying to understand, because when you say the president has more intel, you live in Benue. You chair a particular body. In fact, you're the director general of this body, and your job is to, one way or the other, bring about peace, whether positive or not. And you're telling me that you think the president knows better, and that's why, how you feel doesn't matter. If you're the ones who are on the receiving end, let me ask this question directly. Do you know who the people are, the attackers? Do you know who they are? Are they Fulanis?
I wasn't there, so I don't know if they are Fulanis, but I know criminals came into that community and killed people, and they always do so. I can make a claim that they are Fulanis because I didn't see them. It will be a second-hand information. I know that allegedly the people, the survivors, which I'm working with right now on the camp, said it's Fulanis, but I can't say they are Fulanis because I wasn't there and I didn't see them.
If we are unable to identify the assailants or the perpetrators of this dastardly act, and we're basing everything on hearsay, how do we deal with the situation? And if indeed these are Fulanis, because you are saying that the people who have survived have said constantly that these are Fulanis, what is the government planning to do about it? Apart from the fact that the CDS has come to say that they're going to go after them. I wonder who they're going after, by the way. But what is your state government going to do aside from pursuing for peace? How do the dead get justice?
Well, transitional justice must be served in this matter. This must happen. For now that there are survivors, we will need to find a way to give the people who lost families and properties, and even the dead, to see how at least they get some level of justice. And I think that's the reason why the state government have decided to put up a group to go find out what really was what was lost, the people. I mean, they're trying to find out who was killed with the DNL and all of those facilities, and then make a case for it. I don't know what the state government is going to do in the end, But I think that they're trying to see how they can get justice for those who have lost their lives. For me, from my point of view, everything everybody has talked about are things we have done over the years, and I didn't see any result. So my privilege and opportunity to be Director of Peace Commission, I am trying very hard, and I still want to go home thinking that for some reason I will get support to ensure that we dig the roots of this conflict. We need to escalate anything we find that is the root cause of this conflict. Because over the years, we've been treating, in my opinion, we've been treating symptoms. Nobody has been able to come out to say clearly, this and that is what we found out. That is the reason why these people are not able to listen or to go to where they came from, or the farmers to also stop rustling their cattle, because they bring the cattle. And of course, they graze on people's lands. And when people are aggrieved, they also rustle their cattle. It's all criminality in both ways. So for me, I am trying to find the root cause. And if Rwanda happened, and today we have Rwanda standing, I am very positive that Benue will stand again. But dialogue with my people in terms of the ones that I know, the Benue people. And if there's a reason to also dialogue with the alleged headers, which I began to talk to before now, we will continue. If that's what is going to give us the reason for why this is not ending,